Alright, ladies and gents, welcome to my shop. I'm going to sell this Delta Rockwell lathe. What age it is, I don't know. It is old, but I've done a lot of things to it, which we'll run through here in a minute. I put $4,000 on it. Please stick with me, because there's about $6,000 worth of stuff that's going to go between the lathe and all the accessories and stuff. So, pardon the video. I can't get closer, and my shop is just this cramped little teeny place, so I'm going to do the best I can. I bought this thing about three and a half years ago for $2,500 from a company in Pennsylvania. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, the bedways are nice. They don't have any big dents, don't have any big nicks, don't have anything like that. The adjustment on it, you have loose spindle, lock spindle, which you'll need to take the chuck on and off, back gear, and direct drive. Which when you put it in direct drive, you do have to move the chuck and lock it in. Okay. Problems I had with this lathe when I got it. The gears in the gearbox are all in very good shape. It's been taken apart. Everything was cleaned. It's got brand new bushings and a brand new cross shaft that the gears ride on. When you move these little tumblers, there's two brass idler gears back in there, which when I bought it were trashed, as you can see. So the brass gears take all the wear. The other gears don't really take that much. So it's got a brand new set of these gears in the gearbox. So the gearbox is pretty much rebuilt. I ran it like that for a while, and I did have some troubles with back gear, which I later found out one of the back gears was broken. Originally it had a gear here and the gear down there in the bottom. Well, I wish I could get. There it is. They were helical gears built to the shaft, and it ripped the teeth off of one. So I found a company that makes a reproduction set that aren't the helical gears like this. They're the straight cut gears. So there's a straight cut gear up here and a straight cut gear down there on both shafts, which eliminate this and get rid of it, and they will never break. This is your main direct drive, your cross slide, go between the one and the other, and you can see the floating shaft down there where that gear comes up and gets you in back gear. All the gears inside here are good. The forward reverse works. The carriage is in good shape. I did take it off. I cleaned everything out. There's a set of half nuts in there that are not new, but they are in good shape, and the clutch works as well. So the main reason I bought this is this wonderful piece back here, which is a taper attachment. So since I do gunsmithing, I do a lot of restoration work. It gave me the ability to cut any contour barrel up to 28 inches that I wanted, which was very nice, because you buy a lot of barrels, a lot of older stuff, you can't get barrels to the contour that they originally were. So what else do we have? That's kind of it for gabbing. There's a pair of cheap Chinese scales on here. All the dials work. All the dials are accurate. There is a bit of back play and slop in them, which you just have to get used to. But other than that, I mean, you could go through, tighten everything up if you wanted. I opted to just put a set of cheap Chinese scales on it. It originally had a 1-horse motor, and trying to make heavy cuts on barrels and run the taper attachment at the same time, it had a hard time with the 1-horsepower motor. So there is a brand new 2-horsepower 3-phase motor. Everything in the speed system works. Both the belts are in very good shape. The little cross box is in good shape, and there is a brand new set of belts on this, which is a royal pain in the ass, because you got to take all that apart to put a belt on it. So when it was all apart, getting redone, getting the new gears fitted and all that, we went ahead and did that. So let's throw the top back on here real quick, and that's mainly just so it doesn't sling stuff all over us. 3-phase power inverter. Give you 220 volts when it's running. It's 240, 250. There is a brand new 7 horsepower motor on it. You can not only run this lathe, believe it or not, there was a Bridgeport mill here, and it ran that as well. So, with the 3-phase, you have forward, you have reverse. Got a 4-jaw stuff in it right now. The wonderful thing about this is this little speed gear. So if you're brand new to running a lathe, you don't know speeds and speeds, which are a royal pain in the ass to figure out. You're cutting too fast, you just slow it down. Cut too slow, you just speed it up. Got 3 positions on the knob right here. That one is carriage speed, so when you put it in, the clutch drive on the carriage run. Put it in the middle. It engages the timing knob for the threading lever. There's the threading lever on. It runs nice and smooth. It doesn't jitter. It doesn't go. It doesn't bunch. Put it in the bottom position, and you get your soft speed. Runs forward, runs reverse, and gives you back gear. Back gear is just your slower gears that you wind it up. Extremely quiet for a lathe this age. It's all gear driven. The beautiful thing is that lever. If you're brand new to a lathe, that's the most perfect thing you can have. So if you try and learn how hard to cut, how fast to cut, what your feed rate should be, as long as you know what a good chip looks like, you can just grab that handle, start cutting, spin the handle up, spin the handle down. It comes with a large shelf. Comes with a large shelf of accessories. I'm going to go ahead and lay all those out because I'm going to take pictures of them all, and I'll end this video with a real quick pan and explanation of what all this stuff is. Alright, a couple quick things to finish this up. It does have a spider here on the back, so if you put a barrel through, you can line up the back side of the barrel. It's got a free-floating center in the tailstock right now. Tailstock works great. It's nice and smooth, locks down tight. There is a 1 horsepower 110 volt motor if you want it. So if you don't want to run the 230, or you want to try and negotiate the price down because you don't want the 3-phase inverter, I'm willing to do that because I can keep that, and I'll probably put another Bridgeport in here at some point. This is the original end collet that came where that spider is now. So back to the original, that's it. That just allows you can open and close the door. You can't do it with these little pieces in here. Tooling wise, we have a quick change tool post, which I believe everybody saw when it was on there. We got a full set of bits with non-carbide cutters. There's a full set of bits with carbide cutters and holders. So you've got the left 45 center, 45 right cut, boring bar with a little bar in it, cutoff holder, 2 other holders that have profile bits in them, which have both been modified to do barrel work. There's a threading cutter in a holder. We've got extra cutting bars. We're cutting blades for the cutoff tool. Just a handful of grind your owns because you always got to make some weird thing to do something that you never thought of. These are just cheap right hand. I use these when I do a heavy barrel contour, just because the other ones won't hold up. They hold up easier and they're cheap. When it wears out, you just throw it away. There's a dial indicator that will fit in to get your initial dial into your barrels. There's a larger boring bar that will fit any of the holders over there. There's a small and a large center to center turning dogs. There is a pistol barrel spider that you can put in either of the two chucks and center up a small pistol barrel. This is for the tailstock. It's the right taper. I think it's M3, and it's threaded on the end, so you can make anything that you want if you need a tailstock holder that you don't have. There are 3 centers for center-to-center turning. We've got a floating reamer holder, which will hold any of your chambering reamers. It floats, so you don't have to worry about getting an off-center chamber if you want to cut chambers. There's a complete collet set that fits that to hold anything that you want to put in there. There's another threading bit which does a better internal threading job than the one that's in the holder down there. 2 spring makers, so these actually fit in one of the 2, and you can fit spring wire through there and roll your own springs. There's a 3-jaw chuck which comes with the other set of jaws for the reversible jaws. And that's about it. But I mean, it is a lot of tooling. It's a very, very strong lathe, especially with the 2 horsepower motor. It'll cut anything that you want it to cut. It will be hooked up. I'm not disconnecting it. I'm still using it. I got 4 or 5 projects here in the shop that I'm going to finish out before I close the doors for good. So if you want to come look at it with a serious offer and cash in hand, you're more than welcome to turn anything that you want. You can stand out here for hours and play all you'd like. Alright, that's about it. It is heavy, it is big, and I don't have a lot of room, as you can tell. So I will help you load it, but that's pretty much up to you. You're going to need something, a low-lying trailer. There ain't no way you're going to pick it up and put it in a pickup truck unless you bring a whole lot of friends. Alright, that's it. Thank you, and last thing. There are a couple cheap Chinese DROs down there because you will not pay attention and you will run this one into the chuck. Been there, done that. 2 or 3 times, as a matter of fact. Especially if you're doing a cut that you're really watching for finish. Okay, but if you blow that off, there's 3 more down there. Just unbolt it, bolt another one on, and have a nice day. Thank you, and bye-bye.